Hello everyone and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Simpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you're new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're watching this on the replay, you are guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join us live, all of the days and times that I'm regularly streaming are listed in the description below, as are information about my community Discord, crystal shop, and all of my social media. If you're watching this on the replay and you want to skip ahead to the healing, you can go ahead to probably the 40-minute mark, or when you see the lights kind of go low and start slowly moving through several different colors. If you're here with me live, I encourage you to go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to make any requests that you have for your own personal healing, whether they're specific or general. We're going to start by building a beautiful crystal grid to all of the requests of everyone here. And after we do that, we'll do that for about a half an hour. I'll briefly explain what Reiki is, what to expect, and then from there I will turn the music up, turn the lights down, and send Reiki to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. Thank you so much for being here. It's so good to have you all. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in Philadelphia. It's nice and warm and sunny, and I hope you all are doing well no matter where you happen to be. So let's dive right into the chat, see what requests we have, and start building that grid. Okay, let's see. So I've started us off with some copper as usual to help get the blockages breaking up, get the energy flowing. And let's see what our requests are so far. Christina, welcome in. Kimberly, welcome in. Cora Carr, Grace, good to see you both. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Okay, so we'll start off with Grace. Heart healing, self-love, depression. So sorry about that. Susan and Greg, absolutely. And, oh, your mom has walking pneumonia in addition to the long COVID now. Oh no. Okay, so let's get some healing on the board. Let's start with Rhodonite. Rhodonite helps support the lungs, and it's great for inviting love into the heart as well, especially when we feel really lonely. This is a stone of unrequited love, of healing from breakup, of even like grieving lost love, but it's also, just like I said, wonderful for the lungs and the pulmonary system. It can also help us to process really difficult emotions, even including like if you're on the healing path from emotional abuse. This can be a really supportive stone. So this is Rhodonite, and we'll bring that in. Okay, so that's some Rhodonite. We'll also bring in, for helping boost the mood during depression, we've had a lot of luck with Aqua Aura. This is clear crystal that was put through a process using metals that actually gives it this blue tint. And I really had my doubts about the sort of altered gems, but this has really helped. I struggle with depression as well, and this is in my recipe of many things that really does help me. So, yep, I find medicine helpful, I find crystals helpful, I find Reiki helpful, I do all the things I feel are helpful. So I hope that helps you as much as it helps me. There's also, let's see, green kyanite is also fantastic for the lungs. We've been using it a lot here for anything having to do with COVID, long COVID. So here's some green kyanite. Particularly beautiful stone. Sounds like we're actually having a little bit of a sun shower out there. Okay, so there's some green kyanite. We've also got for Greg to help bring about the literary agent he's been looking for. We've got some Herkimer Diamond, which helps to take what we're manifesting and allows it to shift to be in the best possible alignment with our greatest good and the greatest good of others. Herkimer Diamond is also fantastic at balancing energies that are just kind of discordant. So for those folks who are just adjusting to a new schedule in the fall, like new schools, things like that, this can be helpful to kind of balance the disharmony. Help bring everybody back into alignment a little bit more quickly. For Susan, we've been using Lapis to help bring down inflammation. In addition to bringing down inflammation, Lapis is a stone of integrity, honesty, authenticity. This is a really great stone if you're looking to have better relationships with colleagues, or if you're moving around in your career, beginning a new job, looking for a new job. This can help to create and establish relationships based on honesty and integrity. It also can help you if you tend towards disorganization. It can aid with that as well. Actually, let's put these here. Okay. Yeah, great stone for career. Let's see what else we have. Solar plexus and donation information. It's in my description. Thanks for asking. Yeah, there's a CashApp, PayPal, and Venmo in the description, and thank you so much. Happy to have you here. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not skipping anybody. Solar plexus and wealth. Wealth, abundance, financial security. I love all of this. Request for memory, sense of what to do, internal peace over intrusive thoughts, absolutely. Extremely grateful, thanks. I'm so glad you're here. So let's see, solar plexus and wealth. I love both. Okay, let's do citrine and honey calcite. Citrine helps the solar plexus as well. It's one of the great stones for manifesting financial support. Citrine is actually found in the Earth's crust very close to amethyst. And because amethyst is far more abundant than citrine, we often see heat-treated citrine. Basically, amethyst that's been changed into a bright yellowy color by using heat. And this is more of a natural citrine. It's sort of almost like an orange to a brown. And so this is really an excellent stone to bring about any intentions having to do with financial abundance and support, as well as helping to balance intuition and intellect. So definitely bring that in. But it also does help support the solar plexus. Helps us to trust our gut in a big way. Honey calcite is also a great one for the solar plexus as well as the sacral. It kind of helps balance the two, but it can be something that helps with optimism, especially in difficult times or if you're going through a lot of change. Another one that's great around colleagues, potential love interests. It helps you to feel grounded, at peace, and calm with your sense of self. It allows you to more gracefully and easily balance how we relate to others and how we stand up for and nurture our sense of self. So I really love this stone. Very supportive and nurturing. So let's go ahead and put that there. And this one here. Yeah. Great. Fantastic. I hope that helps. And thank you for being here. I'm glad you are. And wealth and financial security from all avenues. What else can we have? Hi, Rachel. Welcome in. Dream interpretation. Ooh, honey calcite, absolutely. Susan, good to see you. Jennifer, great to see you. Susan, we put in some lapis for you. Oh, you're having a migraine aura. Gotcha. Okay, I definitely have some support for that. Okay. Memory, sense of self. Gotcha. So when it comes to understanding dreams, having good dream recall, and getting good sleep, there's 2 stones that are great for that. One is Labradorite, which is already requested, and the other is Iolite. Labradorite helps to, in a very different way, but along the same lines as citrine, this helps to take logical information as well as intuition and our gut and kind of balance them. And this helps us see deep detail. So anybody that does detailed work or processes a lot of data does work looking for very fine errors or mistakes. Anybody that works in like information science, anyone that works in research, in any kind of investigative types of practices, this can be a great stone. But it also helps us to sleep really well, especially if it's our intuition that's keeping us up. Especially if it's like unbalanced intuition. So we'll bring in that Labradorite. And also Iolite. Iolite helps with really understanding what we're getting from our intuition. It also helps us to connect with our guides. It's a wonderful one for any kind of psychic sleep disturbances and to help understand what comes through in dreams, as well as money management. So when we're manifesting financial support and things like that, this can really help us find the best way to work our money to best support our higher good. So I love this one for that. So let's go ahead and bring in some Iolite. I love putting Iolite and Labradorite together for these kinds of things. They work together so well. There we go. So I hope that helps. And let's see. Memory, sense of what to do, internal peace over intrusive thoughts. What to do, should I stay or should I go? Mental, emotional peace, especially about intrusive thoughts or any kind of racing thoughts, is lepidolite or lithium mica, which I have some right here. Lithium mica, now lithium is actually an element. It's on the periodic table. It's also been used as a mental health prescription since like the 1940s. Definitely not when you want to do a direct water infusion. I never suggest putting stones in water and drinking it at the same time. You know, do what you will, but I do not recommend it with this one. Lepidolite, lithium mica. Lithium has massive impacts on mental health if you ingest it. So definitely a reason it's a prescription and not just something we ground up and take. Because it can have really wildly different impacts on different people. Energetically, as a crystal, it helps us to really boost our mood, calm our mind, make better decisions, to help to see, should I stay, should I go, and also for that racing mind kind of stuff. It can be incredible. There's also, in these specimens, we have Amazonite actually in the same specimen. Amazonite is great for self-respect. So for those of you looking for support with your solar plexus or sense of self, great for self-respect, calming in general. And anybody who is dealing with like spinal or nerve stuff or caregiving. Amazonite really touches on many different topics. Overall, these two stones between lepidolite and amazonite can be deeply calming, boosting of the mood, and supportive of your sense of self-respect, respecting yourself as exactly who you are, not feeling that you need to change to be worthy of support. So we'll bring in some lepidolite with amazonite. Okay, and we've got... Hi, JS. Martha, good to see you too. I was actually just going to pull in some Mookaite, so I'm glad to see that. So I'm working through everybody. Mookaite is also like what to do in terms of making decisions. Making decisions, accepting change, any kind of change in your life. Calming your digestion. Mookaite also goes by Australia Jasper. But yeah, making decisions, helping you feel grounded enough to do that. And when it comes to things like accepting change and making decision, sometimes when change is happening, we kind of feel frozen a little bit, like, okay, this is a little bit threatening. I kind of don't want to make a decision because I want to wait and see if things change. I want to wait and see. This helps you to feel a little bit more empowered, a little bit more like, it's okay, I'm grounded. It engages our root chakra and allows us to feel a sense of the ability to find some place to feel self-control once again and be firm and say, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm not. So Mookaite or Australia Jasper. Rainbow Moonstone. Let's see. Okay, so we've got Rainbow Moonstone. It's basically white labradorite. So if you look at them, you'll see somewhat of a balance there, especially in that kind of bluish sheen that you might be able to pick up on the camera there. Rainbow Moonstone helps us to connect intuitively. It's a much more upper chakra version of labradorite. This is a stone that connects with the divine feminine, but also helps to open up the upper chakras, allowing us to connect with our intuitive guidance and wisdom, and especially with bringing in that information and sharing it with someone else. So it's a great stone for mediumship, for doing readings for other people, whether it's card readings or anything like that. But it is one that definitely helps us to open our intuition and balance that with this particular realm. So if you struggle to, say, meditate and then go, well, how do I quite understand or make sense of that here in the real world, Rainbow Moonstone might be able to help you. So we're going to go ahead and bring that. I'm going to bring them right here for now. Actually, let's see. Let's move these forward. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Thank you for those requests. So yeah, migraine, aura, the brain. Yeah, dream interpretation, definitely labradorite, iolite. Also, I'm going to bring in blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is radical self-acceptance, so it can definitely help with the sense of self, so the solar plexus, but it's also neurological care, including headache, but radical self-acceptance, accepting yourself for exactly who you are, not feeling like you need to change to accept support. but this is also understanding spiritual guidance, whether that's coming in the form of dreams, meditation, visionary work, tarot cards, whatever the case may be. Anytime that you're getting intuitive wisdom and you just kind of can't understand it, blue kyanite can be great for that. So let's see. I love this stone for so many reasons, but accepting ourselves for exactly as we are is great for anyone who's struggled with being shamed for who they are. So anybody who's been discriminated against, for example, it can help with processing that. It's particularly helpful for members of the LGBTQIA community. There we go. So blue kyanite. Hopefully that can help support the headache, but there's also another headache stone. Gibbsite. It's seldom seen, and it's not one that I see written about almost anywhere, but when I've meditated with it and when I have been able to find anything written about it, it's really excellent for headaches, especially really severe headaches like migraines and things like that. So I'll bring that in for you, and I hope you feel better, Susan. So that's gibbsite. Grounding in general. Oh, pregnant and have a toddler, starting your own business has been a lot. Transition into fall is always challenging. Gotcha. I totally understand. Let's see. Grounding in general. Let's see. Mookaite is definitely helpful, but I feel like red jasper. Red jasper is deeply grounding. It helps to support the root chakra. So not only do we feel grounded, we feel like our vital essence is a little bit more restored. It's not just grounding for the sake of being grounded. It's grounded for the sake of being actively excited to be engaged with the world around you, to put your feet beneath you and start moving around again. So I feel like this could be really helpful. This is also really great for putting intentions into action for things like starting a business. So this can be really helpful for that. So let's bring in some red jasper. And I'm also going to bring in some garnet. This is courage, practicality, finding balance, strength in times of change, and leadership, organization, all the things that can be really, really helpful when you're starting a business or trying to take intuitions that you're getting and putting them into action. This is a stone that can really help you throughout Mercury retrograde, which, by the way, I did tarot readings for all 12 signs. There's a whole playlist in the channel that you can watch. It will help you get through September with just making the most of the current astrology for each sign. Mercury retrograde is not a bad thing. It's a time that's meant to be introspective rather than communicating outwardly. And so it's a little uncomfortable for us, especially in our culture. It makes things like travel and communication harder because we're meant to sit and listen to ourselves. This is a stone that can help mitigate the impacts on communication, organization, and like getting things done in order, getting the details in order. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring some of this in. Garnet is also January birthstone, so it is a very Capricorn stone, and I'm a Capricorn sun sign. So I hope that helps so many of you. Polychrome Jasper, I think that's a great request. Yeah, Polychrome Jasper definitely helps us feel revitalized and like we want to run forward in our soul, in alignment with our soul's purpose. It's energizing. It's encouraging. It's grounding without slowing us down. It's a wonderful stone. I think that's a wonderful request. Polychrome Jasper comes in tons of different colors. But yeah, this is a stone of moving along with vigor towards our soul's purpose, moving along our dreams. So it's wonderful for things like moving along with starting a business, moving along with the decisions that we make and feeling like, okay, I can put these things into action. Polychrome Jasper it's a good one, especially if you feel like you know what to do, but you can't quite get yourself to do it. It's a really great stone for that too. It comes to us from Madagascar. There we go. Connecting to better digestion, better sleep. Better digestion is definitely Mookaite. Better sleep is definitely Labradorite. And to a lesser extent, Iolite. But I'm also going to bring in a little bit of black obsidian. This one's highly protective. It's also really great for calming nervous pets. But it's a wonderful stone for digestion. Black obsidian. Black obsidian it's also great for moving grief through the body, like without numbing it, processing it, but moving through it, especially if you feel stuck in it. This is actually volcanic glass, a natural volcanic glass. It's been held sacred by so many different ancient peoples globally. And in fact, early tools were even made out of obsidian. Like, it was used as a tool. And we still use it as a tool. Scalpels for certain types of eye surgery are still made out of obsidian. So yeah, it's a really beautiful stone that can do so much. Obsidian is something we see throughout human history. If you watch any kind of history programs about the pre-modern world, especially pre-Bronze Age, it's a lot of it. But yeah, at all points in history, it has been really important to us. And it definitely does help digestion. So I hope that will help. Hello, Vic. Good to see you. Oh, I'm so glad that you like them. JS. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that every month from now on with the tarot card readings for all 12 signs. That was so much fun to do. I really enjoyed it. Self-love, healing, and discovery. Back pain, sore throat. Gotcha. Sore throat, I gotcha. Fever, Iolite. Iolite is definitely one I reach to for fever. Cough healing, green Kyanite and Rhodonite. What was the other one? Sore throat. Back pain. This can help sore throat as well as headaches. And it's blue lace agate. This is another one for discussing difficult topics, things that are emotionally charged. So it does make it a really great Mercury retrograde stone. Like when we do have to have those conversations that are a little bit more challenging, a little bit more emotionally fraught. We can't just wait until the stars are perfectly aligned to do all the things, because we'd be waiting forever. This can help make it a little bit easier. So yeah, but this will help with the sore throat as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle some in here. This is blue lace agate. Yeah, it's such a lovely stone. For celestite, I'm so glad you loved the tarot readings. For back pain, celestite. This helps us connect with our angel guides. So those of you who are looking for guidance, it helps with that. But it also helps activate the upper chakras in a way that allows us to disconnect from the body just enough to help us deal with physical discomfort and pain. So celestite's very helpful. So we'll bring that in. Hey, Julia, good to see you. You're going to have a difficult combo on Friday. Yeah, blue lace agate is one that can definitely help. Self-love, healing, and discovery. Oh, also for arthritis, blue lace agate is excellent for arthritis. And if you're getting inflammation, lapis. But let's see. I feel like, Jen, I know this might sound a little off, but maybe it'll make sense. Another stone I just got for us recently that feels like really special here for your request and for all of us. This is Aragonite with blue Caribbean calcite. So Aragonite is this actually. This is what Aragonite looks like. It's a type of calcite, and it helps to. It's actually calcite that's been. It originally was the shells of mollusks that over time turned into a calcite. This Aragonite in and of itself helps with grounding, connecting the root to support us to move forward with things that are important, to help us to feel emotionally empowered and connected to purpose. Whereas the blue Caribbean calcite is excellent for the upper chakras, being aware of our intuition. It helps to facilitate intuitive awareness. So it helps to open up our intuitive centers, but to ground them within us enough to make them actionable, to make that guidance actionable. And I feel like this really balances a lot of the different things. So and also Aragonite is incredible for speeding physical healing. So, and on all levels. So I feel like when you say self-love, healing, and discovery, I feel like this can really help. This is for when we get that intuition that we don't want to shut it down, but we want to ground it a bit, understand it, actually be able to put it out there. And Jennifer, I just got this intuitive sense that this is going to be helpful for you. So I'm going to bring that in. This is both Aragonite and the blue calcite together, as you can see. A little bit of both. Really, really incredible stone that I'm fairly new to working with, and I love it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Martha. Energy and recovery from period. Gotcha. Okay. Think I got everything. If I skipped you, let me know. But I think the last one is going to be, calmness, okay. Yeah, the tummy issues is going to be Mookaite and black obsidian. Oh, and happy birthday. Calmness. There's a lot of good calming stones. And energy and recovery from period. Gotcha. Aragonite will be helpful with that. Let's see. Rutilated Quartz helps with replenishing energy lost, whether we're sick, whether we're depleted from like menstrual cycle, stuff like that. And also body, mind, and spirit balance. Help bringing them back into alignment. Rutilated quartz for sure. This is clear quartz with these rutils, these fine lines that go through it. It helps to direct the energy exactly where it needs to go, and it really does help hone a sense of true balance on all levels. Like I said, it can help energize where energy has been lost. If you're looking to boost your sense of energy reserves, it can be helpful. And sense of self and authenticity. Yeah, absolutely. That's Lapis for sure. Gotcha, and I'll explain that in a moment. But yeah, this is a great all-purpose healer as well. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring this guy here. Whoop. Sense of self and authenticity is definitely a Lapis thing. But I'll just bring in a little bit more. Also, honey calcite for sense of self and self-respect. Blue kyanite for radical self-acceptance. And I'm so glad, Julie. I'm so glad that all the happy birthdays are helping. I'm going to go ahead and bring in just a little bit more of the Lapis energy because I feel like it would be a good balance. So let's see. Just going to go ahead and bring in one more piece right there in the center. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that thing that I do where I pick out some stones that I think would be helpful in supporting all of the intentions that all of you have made. And y'all will vote on them. I'll briefly explain what Reiki is and we'll get right into the healing. So chat amongst yourselves. So, options are, this is Petrified Wood, which is not only grounding, but as something that was alive and then had to die before it could transform into what it is now. Petrified Wood helps us to learn the lesson about our ongoing evolution. And yeah, it can be frightening to end as one person or end one part of our journey and begin the next, but this shows us that the end result of that transformation can be incredibly beautiful and even more long-lasting, but also very, very grounding. The other is Dalmatian Jasper. Black tourmaline helps to keep negative energy at bay, and as it is running through these pieces of jasper, it basically helps to clear our auric field. So anytime that we're going through any kind of transformation, deep processing, letting go, and moving forward, Dalmatian Jasper is one of those stones that can help us continually let go of the energy of the old versions of ourselves as we continue to move forward and can make that transition a little bit easier. So go ahead and vote for which one you like better. You can vote as many times as you like, and I'll leave it at that. And I'm just going to quickly explain what Reiki is so that we can get into the healing. As you are voting in the chat, don't forget to go ahead and like the stream if you're so inclined. It helps the algorithm pick me up. And thank you so much for being here, because nothing helps more than simply being here and being a part of the community. Thank you. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm Danielle Simpson, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 years. You can learn more about my online Reiki classes, community Discord, crystal shop, social media, and all of that good stuff in the description below. Reiki, the style that I practice, the Usui style, comes from Japan, and this particular method comes from Japan in the 1920s. And it was a more of a secular take on a deeply spiritual understanding of and connection to energies that run through everyone and everything everywhere. Japan's indigenous faith of Shintoism holds this understanding that everything has soul energy, from me to you to animals, plants, stuff around us, the things that we create. Everything has soul energy. And within our individual senses of self, and through our individual senses of self, there are different energies or frequencies, if you will. It's a good analogy of energy that run through all of these things. While we get to keep our own energy and we're separate beings, there's an interconnectedness between all things. One of the energies that runs through all of us is called Reiki, or spiritually guided soul energy or life energy. This energy is already a part of you. It's already flowing through you. Your body, mind, and spirit are working with it all of the time to help bring you into optimal balance. Essentially, what I'll be doing is connecting with this energy and directing more of it to you so that your body, mind, and spirit will continue to do what it does with just an abundance of this energy to do it with. You can set any intentions for healing that you might have, be they mental, emotional, spiritual, all of the above. At any point in time during the session, just think about it for a moment and let it go, and the universe will support it. You can also just have a curiosity as to what Reiki is, and that's a perfect reason to try it. As you come into that sense of balance, you may feel sensations in your physical body. You may have some emotions come up. You may have some thoughts. It might be logical thinking. It might be your subconscious finally being able to speak to you. It could be divine guidance or wisdom. So you don't have to keep your mind silent. You don't have to focus on anything, although you can do either of those two things if you want. I usually suggest that you just sort of see what's there for you. If you're not sure if your mind is racing or if it's your subconscious or some intuition, just take a deep breath in and out. And if it comes back, let it tell you what it needs to tell you. At the end of our session, and I'll send to you for 25 minutes, I'll then reopen the chat. You'll know that the session's coming to an end because you'll hear my voice come in and invite you to take a deep breath. As I do that, you'll be able to ask any questions that you have in the chat at the end of the session, or share any experiences, and I'll be more than happy to help you work through whatever experiences or questions you have. If you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, because this energy runs through all things everywhere, it doesn't matter where I am in relation to you in terms of miles or kilometers. It also doesn't matter in terms of time. So you can watch and rewatch a particular healing that you found helpful as many times as you like. If you have questions that you'd like to ask and you're not here live, go ahead and use the comments below or reach out to me on social media and I'll do my very best to help you. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get cozy. Get as comfortable as you can in any position. You can move around. You can combine this time with anything you like. This is your self-care time to do whatever feels right. I suggest that you just get comfy, either sitting up, lying down. If you feel like you're going to fall asleep, great. It's fine. Close your eyes and just get anything you need to support your physical comfort. And we'll get right into it after we see which won the vote. Thank you so much for being here. The next live is Thursday at 8 a.m. U.S. East Coast time, and I look forward to seeing you. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Awesome. Ooh, this one came out really pretty. Thank you, everyone. Dalmatian Jasper, the second one. Both please, both please. Wow, this is the most like decided one I've ever seen. Yeah, I like them both. Yeah, we'll definitely do some Dalmatian Jasper and some Petrified Wood. So let's take the Dalmatian Jasper and put that, or rather the Petrified Wood here and here. Dalmatian Jasper here and here. And we'll have the best of both worlds. Thank you all so much for being here. Get comfy. Just one more note. As I send the Reiki to you, I will turn the music up. If you want to learn more about the musician, her info is in the description. I will turn the lights down. They will move slowly and gently through several different colors, but at no point will they flash or strobe. So thank you for being here. Enjoy your session, and I'll see you in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back. Thank you so much for being here. If you have anything to share or ask, feel free to use the chat now. You're so welcome, Grace. You're so welcome, Martha. It's good to see you. JS, you're absolutely welcome. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you were here. Carly, good to see you too. I'm so glad this was helpful. Sandy, hello. You're so welcome. Those of you who've studied with me at any point, just know that I did send an email out last night. There are some new dates for Reiki shares just for my students for continuing ed. If you didn't get the email or anything, feel free to reach out to me. They'll be up on the website soon as well. Oh, Vic, I'm so glad you found me too. Rachel, Andrea, you're so welcome. I'm so glad all of you are here. This community is growing, and it's just like more and more beauty every time I'm here. Absolutely loving this. Thank you all so much for being a part. Tomorrow I'll be here at 8 a.m. Friday I'll be here at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. and Sunday at 8 p.m. all East Coast US time. It's the normal stream times. And of course, I do sometimes pop on around world events and astrological movements. If you want to know about those, go ahead and click subscribe with the notification bell on so you're sure to get it. And yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Oh, Carly, I'm so glad you enjoyed them. Yeah, the shares are powerful and they are fun. Like, what good community. So much fun to hang out and share and just spend time together. Like, practicing Reiki makes our connection to it so much stronger. You're so welcome, Susan. And thank you, Andrea. If you give me at most like a day or two, maybe a little more sometimes, you're welcome, Jennifer. Oh, you didn't receive it, Martha? Okay. I'll write that down. If you give me a couple of days, I usually will take this stream and I'll change the thumbnail to be a picture of the grid we created together, and I'll write the names of all of the stones that we used in the description below. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get onto that. Okay. But Martha, I'll email it to you. You can also use the, if you're not already signed up for email newsletters, it may be in your spam, but if not, you can also look at the email sign up in the description below and you can sign up for it. Usually when you sign up for a class, it asks you if you want to sign up for newsletters or not, and I never just throw anybody into the newsletter. You're not supposed to anyway, but I never just throw people in there. But I'm happy to send it to you or add you to the list if you're not already. You're so welcome. But yeah, sometimes spam filters do that. I mean, I have the same problem. I get tons of spam, but then like students will email me and they'll be, I haven't heard from you, and I emailed you 2 weeks ago, and it's like in my spam. Meanwhile, I've got tons of spam in my inbox. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But I'm so glad all of you are here. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow morning with more community distance Reiki. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. With an abundance of gratitude, I've got a Reiki level 1 class to start in just about 10 minutes or so. So thank you all for being here. I hope to see you again soon. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.